Hello there, YouTube. I'm back again. Just a quick update. This is just a quick review of this 217 Grilling Company pellet smoker that I've had now for over a year. Just going to give you guys a quick update, show you how things are coming along as far as how it's holding up. If we open it up, I've got everything pulled out here where y'all can see everything. Um, all in all, everything's in really good condition. You see the fire pot and everything's in really good shape. One thing I have noticed though, if you ever do need to take this fire pot out, be real careful with these screws right here. It's the constant heating and cooling will cause those screws to seize up. Don't go and put any like anti-seize compounds or anything like that on these bolts, or screws I should say, because that stuff's not food safe. It's going to get in your food, it's going to make you sick. Not going to be a fun day. Another thing to be careful with when you're cleaning out your fire pot, you can see the heating element. If I can get it just right here. Yeah, right there to the left of it, you can see the heating element. Be real careful when you're cleaning around that, guys. If you hit it too hard from the very end, the flat end, you can knock it back and recess it inside its encasing hole. And it is a pain in the derriere to get fished back out of there. It can be done. I don't know if these are what this is supposed to do on this particular model, but when I pulled it back out, I was able to turn it just a little bit and it felt like it locked down. I don't know if that's designed to do that or not on these. I never really broke it down, but be careful cleaning out around that. And last but not least, I mean, the grill, other parts of the grill is completely fine. I mean, it looks, needs to be cleaned up, the pollen and stuff. I mean, it's just after the new year, and my grill normally stays covered up. I've had it uncovered for maybe about a week or two, and you can see the pollen. The pollen is just terrible, even in January and December. But down in there now, if you have this particular model, you may notice there's a grate here that's gone. Here it is. No, it didn't break. I tore it out. If you have kids, there we go. There's a little bit better light. I tore it out of there, but if you have kids, if you have anybody around that you're afraid it may tamper with your grill, don't rip that out. That helps keep big things from getting down in there, getting in the auger, or putting a hand down in there for that matter. So if you're the one you have to worry about, leave that in. That way you don't stick your hand in that auger when it's running. I don't know just exactly how much pressure that auger actually has, but I would think it would probably at least break a finger. I'm not going to test it to find out, but anyway, I took this out for a simple fact is it's a whole lot easier to clean this hopper out with that restrictive little pain in the butt getting in the way. Like I said, if you have kids, definitely leave that in place. Just deal with the pain in the butt cleaning out. It's a whole lot better than your kids getting a hand in there, possibly breaking fingers, maybe even lose a hand. Just depends on how hard that auger will turn. Other than that, there's my faithful, amazing pellet smoke tube. Love these things. I need to get a shorter one for whenever I do shorter cooks. They advertise it's 8 hours. And that's going to vastly depend on your brand of pellets, on how well they burn and how long they last. I get, out of what I use, I get about 5 to 6 good hours of smoke, which is more than enough, and it puts off more than enough smoke to even smoke. I'm talking about smoking a 10-pound pork shoulder. I'll get it out in a minute. Plenty enough smoke. My personal opinion, if your smoke taste is a little bit heavier, you might need to run 2 of these, or get the longer version. I do believe they do a longer version of this. They also do a nice shorter version, which is good for 3 to 4 hours, which I need to pick up one, especially when I do ribs. It's not, I could take this out, and that's what I'm going to do, because I'm going to make some ribs today. I will post that video later. And I'm just going to take this out, but I'm going to end up wasting a bunch of pellets, which is fine for today, but I need to get a shorter one. Last but not least, drip pan. as you can see, there's a line. And I will tell you from trial and error, this just happened too recently. When the last 2 cooks that I did, because I had the same foil on, I didn't have my normal extra wide long foil, so I used 2 separate pieces of foil. I had them overlapped about 7 inches worth, and I lapped them like shingles. You can see this here was the bottom piece, and then I had the top piece layered over that. This end down here at the bottom that's facing the concrete is the end that is sloped down. You'd figure it would run off, but heat plays a funny thing with grease and oils, and it actually vacuumed that grease and oil up in there and created a nasty mess. Created some nasty flavors last time I smoked a block of cheese. I ended up having to throw the block of cheese out. It was very, very acidic, very nasty. So when you're wrapping these guys here, use a solid piece of foil. Get you that extra wide foil. Do a solid piece. I mean, if you want to do 2 layers, that's fine, but make sure the foil is a solid piece. That way there's no chance of grease or any kind of drippings getting on this pan and under that foil, because it will burn and it will leave a nasty taste in your food. Other than that, everything is working good. Actually, one problem, almost forgot. Not a big problem for me. I was planning on getting a better one anyway, but the built-in smoke probe, I don't know if it's the electronics itself or if it's the smoke probe that actually goes into the meat. It's not reading correctly anymore. It's acting all kinds of weird. I haven't ordered a new probe just to plug into this. It could very well just be that it was the probe. I'm sure that probe is extremely cheap, but it's not a real big deal. I'm going to use a Thermopin anyway, or any of your favorite type of, just, you want a good meat thermometer. Meat thermometer is a must. Smoking without it is very dangerous. Your meat can be underdone, cause yourself to get sick. Not a fun day. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Just wanted to show you how everything's holding up in there. I just vacuumed it out. I don't really wash this thing down much because I don't want any soaps or anything like that to really contaminate the cook area. So this is not cleaned. All this is has been vacuumed out after every use. And there you are. Y'all have a good day.